This breakfast dish you probably never heard of, and it's called Shakshuka. Give me a few minutes of your time and I'm gonna show you how we make it. Bam! We're back. We're gonna shakshuka you right now.
I was not expecting that.
Neither was I, it just happened. All right, guys, we're back. This is a breakfast that we grew up eating. It's called shakshuka. Now, I don't want to hear anybody say, this is not Armenian, this is not this. It comes from the Middle East region, from the region that we all grew up in, as if you know Armenian in the Middle East. This is a dish that a lot of us have eaten. It's pretty much tomato, egg, and I'm gonna actually jazz it up with a little bit of Basturma and Sujuk. And I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what that is for those of you that don't know. All right, enough of the talking, let's get started. Stove goes on to medium. I have quarter purple onion.
Red.
And I'm just going to dice that up. Just rough, nothing fancy, just like that. A little bit of neutral oil. Purple onion goes in. I'm just gonna let this cook down just a little bit. Usually with this dish, I like to pair it up with some fresh cucumber and on the side also fresh tomato. Even though we're gonna be using tomato in the dish, it's nice to have. And also we're gonna accompany it with an Armenian bread called Lavash. It's really thin, really delicious. You could use pita bread. You could even use tortilla, but the authentic traditional way to eat it is with Lavash. Give this a little mix. I'll just wait for it to cook down just a little bit. While it's doing that, I have some Roma tomatoes, rough chop. Okay, nothing big, again, just like that, nothing fancy. This is all gonna break down. If you don't have fresh tomatoes, you wanna use canned, you know, like the peeled ones, crushed ones, you can go ahead and use that as well. One tomato and the second tomato. 3 tomatoes, why not? Now, I know my brother's gonna wanna eat breakfast at, what, 10 o'clock at night?
10 o'clock.
We are weird.
According to a lot of people I talk to, breakfast is good any time of the day.
Yeah, there's no time. If my stomach wants breakfast at 12 o'clock midnight, I'm gonna have breakfast. Let's check on this. Looks good. I'm gonna lower the heat on low. To this, we're gonna add 2 minced garlic cloves. That goes in. All right, now sujuk. What is sujuk? You've heard of the chorizo, the Mexican chorizo. This is the Armenian chorizo. And pretty much it's just cured meat and it has the actual casing on it. So what I have here, I have about half of one left over. All right, we're gonna take the casing off. I remember one time a friend of mine was eating sujuk. And he started pulling stuff out of his mouth. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you? He goes, I don't know. He goes, what the heck? What is this? How do you didn't peel the casing? He goes, there's casing on it? I go, yeah, there's casing on it. All right, so we're taking the actual sujuk and we're just gonna slice it up a little bit. And remember, this is dried, cured meat. So it's literally practically cooked. The way I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna lay it down. All right, now we're taking the actual tomatoes and we're gonna cook them down.
A lot of tomatoes.
Oh, they'll cook down, bro. We're going to add a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin. Turn up the heat a little bit and give it a little mix. All right, so this is probably gonna take about 5-7 minutes to actually cook down. So I'll cover it and we'll be right back. All right, so now that the tomatoes have broken down, I'm gonna take the sujuk that we cut up and I'm just gonna throw it around wherever you want. And remember, these are already cured, so no issues. The next thing that we have is basturma. This is also cured. They usually take the big piece of meat, whatever they use, sometimes they use filet, and they coat it with salt, they let it cure, then they put the chemin on top, which is all the spices, and then you get thin cuts. Pretty much this is like, in a way, our beef jerky. But you have the fat side, and you have the typical meat side. So what I'm going to do with this is just cut it in half and lay it around just like that. There and there. Oh man. I'm gonna cover it for about a minute and then we're gonna come in with the eggs on top. All right, so look at that. Everything's perfect, ready to go. 6 eggs is what I'm going to try to fit in this pan, and it's gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right at the end, right now, we just take a little bit of that salt right on top. You know, we're not gonna put too much salt because there's salt in the sujuk and the basturma. So with some of that black pepper.
Oh, that looks so good.
That looks good, huh? Breakfast of champions. And we give it a close just like that. And just let it cook. Once the eggs are cooked, boom, it's ready to go, right? Because everything else is already cooked. So we'll be right back. This is lavash. Delicious, thin Armenian bread. This is what we're gonna eat the actual shakshuka with. So I'm going to set this aside, fold it nicely, And let's check. Beautiful. Look how it's slowly cooking. Once all those eggs are done, we're gonna cut up some tomatoes and some cucumber, and we're gonna dress it on the side, and it's gonna be an absolute delicious breakfast. All right, guys, we're back. This thing is ready to go. Look how beautiful that thing is, bro. Look how beautiful that thing is, guys. Huh? That is breakfast gold right there. So, stove goes off. Now let's go ahead and see if I can plate this. You ready? You guys ready? Let's see how it goes. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Wow. That looks freaking amazing.
Some fresh mint, just like that. What we're gonna do with the tomatoes, we're just gonna put them here on the side. And if you want some, you could have some. We'll go ahead and take some of this lavash, and we're just gonna set it down here for now, just like that. And there you go. This is my take on the shakshuka. It has a little, it's elevated a little bit with the basturma and the sujuk, but overall, a beautiful, beautiful dish. All right, bro, are we done? Can we eat now?
You can eat now.
All right, bro. Why, John? Udem kez. See them kez. You ready? You want?
Yeah, after you're done, yeah.
Like this. You take the lavash. Oh, boy. Woo. Look at that. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. You know what it is? The taste of the cumin, the garlic, and then you get the flavors from the Basturma and the Sujuk, which is a corporation, like a beautiful symphony of flavors. La 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 la. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram, The Garlic and Butter Guy. Make sure you guys ring-a-dingle that bell for the notifications.